Good morning, everybody. It's Rob Jessup. I'm just going to talk about a few techniques, fly fishing techniques, that are very important for when you're to make your day a little more enjoyable. The first one is to have a good balanced outfit. When you go to the fly shop, the people helping you in the fly shop will teach you how to find a good balanced outfit. Your outfit should balance pretty easily on your finger, right about there. There's a point where it balances. So this has line on the end, so it's dragging it down a little bit. But if the line wasn't there, I'd move my finger over right to the fulcrum, right there, and it would balance right on there. If the rod and the reel are well balanced, it should balance just like that. Similar to this right here. See how that's perfectly balanced? Here's my other hand. I'm not cheating. The second most important thing, like I said earlier, good glasses, good hat. You want sunscreen and a good attitude. But the other thing you want is a good grip. It's so important to grip that rod just like this. Just like that. You do not, I don't care who teaches you, do not hold your fly rod like this. Now, you have to think, when you pound a nail into a piece of wood, do you hold the hammer like this and pound like this? No. You don't do that because you don't get any force or there's no balance or leverage, or you're using the fulcrum. You put the hammer like this and you pound your nail, pound your nail, pound your nail. Okay? So always grip the rod just like that. And you don't have to hang on to it so tight that your knuckles are white. You can loosen up on the grip and be very gentle with it. Fly fishing is a very gentle sport. It's not a brutal, like sport like hockey or football or boxing. It's kind of a gentle sport. I mean, unless you're fishing for tarpon, sure, you got to really hang on, but for the most part, it's a gentle sport. Let's talk about a few things. Let me step back a bit. Another important thing is that when you're starting your cast, you always need enough line outside the tip. That is the tip. There's the tip. I think you can see that. The tip of the rod needs some line out there. You cannot start your forward cast with just like, see that? I think you can see that. That's like 5 feet of line. You can try. I mean, I can do it, but boom. See, there's one cast, there's two, and there's three. It took me 3 to get it out there. But when you're fishing, you do not want to have, less than, you want at least 20 feet out there. Now, hopefully you can see me. I think you can. There. Now let's just show you. So all your fly line is going to be two-tone now. It never used to be this way, but the head of this fly line is white, and then the running line is yellowish. So that helps you know when you pick up your line. When that white line gets inside that tip, that's when you pick it up. Okay? So I'm going to cast out here. There. Now we're into the yellow line. You do not pick it up when the yellow line is outside your tip. You strip it, strip it, strip it, strip it. And when that white line hits your tip, right there, you can pick it up. There you go. Boom. Right out there. Now it depends on how far you're going to cast to get some fish. You're very rarely going to catch a fish that's 70 or 80 feet away. You can't set the hook well enough that far away. So pick up the line, cast out. Boom. Right to the fish. Another thing you need to do, drop the rod tip. Boom. Right down. on the water or in the water. Always do that. There's no way you can set the hook. By setting the hook, that means setting the hook in the mouth of the fish. If it's up like this, there's too much slack in the line, and you just can't do it. It's just not the way to do it. So you pick up the fly line, cast it out, drop the tip. Okay? Strip the line. This is called stripping the line. Strip the line. Set the hook when you feel the bite. Okay? Again, up, down, drop the tip. Just like that. And keep the tip close to the water or in the water. Strip, 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 strip. And when you feel a bite, yank on the line and set the hook. So let's talk about a couple other things. Talk about the double haul. This is very important. Very important. Okay? Now, I see a lot of people out on the water doing this. I'll show you what they're doing. They're going like this. Boom. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. In the old days when we were using bamboo rods and horsehair line and all kinds of weird stuff that wasn't too effective, you would have to dry the fly off a little bit. Dry it off, and then you toss your line. That's to keep the dry fly dry and up in the water column on top of the water. But now we have modern materials like graphite and plastic, and even our deer hair, some of our synthetic materials, they keep the fly up on the water. So you don't need to do all that. So when you're casting, just do one cast and one forward cast. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. One backward and one forward. It's really quite easy. It's a very gentle motion. It's a very easy cast. Don't make it hard for yourself. Let the rod do all the work for you. See that? That's all you need to do. You don't need to put it way out there with a bunch of false casts. Put it up and down. See that? All you do. You can do maybe two if you want. There's one, there's two, and then launch the line. But really, you just need to do one false cast, and I'll show you what a false cast is. You strip the line in, like I said, until the white part comes into the tip. That's a false cast, and there's your cast, okay? Or that's your back cast and one forward cast. A false cast would be more like this. 1, 2, that's a false cast, and then 3. And you don't really need to do that. I mean, if you're fishing, most of your fish are going to be within 20 to 40 feet of the shore or your boat. And all you need to do is one cast and one out. And there you go. So that'll make your life a lot easier. So, a few reviews here. Let's do a quick one back cast, one forward cast, drop the tip into the water, and then begin stripping your line. Strip, strip, strip. The minute you feel a bite, you set the hook, okay? Keep that grip, that thumb on top of that grip, like a straight line. Your arm all the way down to the end of the rod. See that? It's not a lot of work. It's actually quite easy. If there's a fish right out here 20 feet, boom. There, I'm right on the fish. If there's a fish over here a little further, you can easily go like this and then redirect the line over that way. See? So you can do whatever you want with the fly line. It's like a ballet. You're dancing around, try to find the fish. See that? There you go. So those are some tips that are very important. Again, good hat, good sunglasses, sun protection, a good balanced outfit, and a good grip. You don't always have to have the tip of your thumb at the end. You can pull it back a little or move it forward. You know, you have to find the proper balance for the type of line you're using. Certain floating line and certain sinking line, they're going to feel different, and you're going to want to cast them different. Like with sinking line, you'll open up your loop a lot so you don't get hit in the head. With floating line, this is floating line, you can, you can cast, boom, just a beautiful tight loop if you want to. There. One thing you have to do is don't obsess about a tight loop. Tight loop is a small loop when it goes. Don't obsess about that. You want to get your fly in the water, not in the air. You're not going to catch fish in the air. So get the fly in the water. It doesn't have to be beautiful. Just get it in the water and fish and enjoy your day. Take care now. We'll talk to you later.